Hi, I'm Willow, and this is the Altar Awaits. On Wednesday, I want to talk about, hi Ada, about what it's like to be a medium. Um, so haven't been here, you haven't seen many posts. First, I'm going to start with the why. Um, so Libra energy plus coming into the full moon today. I found manifestation has been working really good. But on the flip side, some things have been coming in a bit that I'm not really fond of, like sitting in my parked car and getting rear-ended. Wasn't fun. Um, then getting pneumonia wasn't fun. So you won't see me doing yoga today. I will explain the poses for this week, but I'm not up to complicated movements that require a lot of breath work. I pulled the cards for yesterday, today, and tomorrow and put them together. Um, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, I hopefully will feel good enough to do the prayer. I will pull then again. I did not want to keep overwhelming your inboxes with daily posts. I know I get annoyed when there's too much in my inbox, and I kind of felt like maybe I was doing that to you. So I thought it would be better if I pulled um, 3, 3, and 2, or 3, 3, 3, however it's going to work. But do it in 3 phases. But we're still going to hit the same things, the same stuff's come up. So I'll start with what I pulled. The 5 of chalices and the sacral chakra. And for that, it's called bound angle. It's just basically when you sit and you back straight, shoulders back and down, put your feet together, and you hold on to them. You flop your knees out as much as comfortable. Then today is throat, the full moon, and it is the 5 of staves. And I chose lion. Um, with the throat, lion is a little bit more about saying what needs to be said. The energy of this moon has been kind of a grief activation movement. We've got air and fire. And tomorrow is the 10 of chalices or cups and solar plexus, which is downward dog, which brings us back grounded. And that's basically the energy in a nutshell. I will go to my notes for a little bit more. For me, this last week has been a bit much. I'm glad that things are moving. Um, Sitting in my perfectly parked car and getting hit, not fun. Um, and then the woman saying it's no big deal. Well, yeah, it moved me. My seatbelt stopped me. Now I need to go for physio. It is what it is. But you can't keep me down for long. I'm one of those people that, no, I will get up as quickly as I can. But Wednesdays, I want to be about talking about what it's like to be a medium, what it's like to be different, what it's like to grow up feeling different, knowing that you feel differently than other people, inside your body, outside your body, the environment itself. And I invite anybody who wants to speak on their journey to message me, and I welcome the company and letting you tell your story. I'm going to start with today. So today I saw a client. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I feel the energy in a couple of different ways. A lot of times it comes through the left side in a ringing in my ear. Sometimes it just comes and overwhelms my body. Sometimes I see things either in my mind's eye or in the person's orbit, like in their auric field. This one carried multiple deaths, one of which was very new and very unexpected and very unsettled. So of course it was unsettling for me, but I'm used to that. It's how you maintain the balance when it happens, how you decode the message, and how you deliver the message. When you're talking about someone that's passed to someone and they're in the grief process, you do not want to be throwing truth always, but it doesn't have to be dramatic and it doesn't have to be painful. The goal is to help. My goal is to help people process these things, is to figure out how much they're carrying, why, and how I can help them. So my process, I do a reading. I tell what the cards traditionally say. If something loud comes in, I stop and I say it. And then I say what I see. I open up to questions. I ask 2 questions of people. 1, what is your faith? Are you Christian? Are you Muslim? Are you Sikh? Are you Buddhist? Is there anything that I could do that's going to be offensive to you? I need to know, because that changes what decks I use. It changes what space I move to. And it changes the language I use. And I mean literal language like Arabic or Sanskrit, whatever it is. In prayer, like I can't speak fluently, but I have specific prayers in different languages. I have a friend who's a scholar and he can speak fluently, but that's not me. And then I ask, is this reading about you or you and someone else? So is this a relationship read? And I ask a first name. That's it. I don't want to know nothing else until after. Then you can tell me more. Then you can ask questions. Then we can talk through things. And if something doesn't make sense, help make sense of it. But I like things to be as organic as possible. This is second day on antibiotics. I do feel better than yesterday and the day before, but I'm not 100%. But I was good enough to see a client today. The chaotic energy of the new death, it overwhelmed my entire body. I could feel it from my feet all the way up. and it was the energy is unsettled. Energy is matter, matter is energy, it's movement, it's feeling, it's how you process it. And everybody does things differently. I was able to help process this today. And I'm glad for it. And astrologically speaking, the movement and it being the full moon today did help a little bit. But I want to go back to the beginning. When I was little, I always knew I was different. And animals used to follow me home and whatnot. Oh, hello. Aguilera PA, Nora, and AI Council. Just going through what it's like to be a medium for me. But I do, like I said, please message me if you have a story and you want to tell what it's like for you. And it doesn't have to be being different as a medium. It could be being different in your skin, different than the norm, growing up and how that was. I want this space to be open for that. I grew up with, my mother was bisexual. So my dad never had a prejudice bone in his body, and neither do I. And so my invitation is, if you want to talk about what it was like to grow up different, we can do it here, and we can do it safely and honor it. So for me, I knew I was different, animals, whatnot. My first experience was, I was actually at Disneyland. I was in elementary school, and this is so embarrassing, but here we go. I was in the mirror, and I was just developing. And if you're a female, you know that sometimes one side develops bigger than another. And it was really bothering me. Then I got this massive headache. And then I just seen like a trailer. That was it. We had our vacation. I went home, and then one of my classmates had died. This was back in the days where we didn't wear helmets, and she was riding her bike, and she hit her head on a trailer and died. That's when I really realized that, yeah, it was really different. When I've gone back home to Winnipeg and talked to my old school friends, they've said to me they remember a couple things about me. One of which, I used to run around in circles all the time in kindergarten. I used to love rolling down hills. This is also a way I channel. If I want to open up something and I feel it's stuck, I will walk around the island of my kitchen counterclockwise, and that movement does it. I've seen other mediums who like write circles or different things. Walking around in a circle does it for me. But obviously, I don't do that when clients come to my house. This is when I'm trying to channel energy and get information. I can't tell you why it works. I can just tell you it can. It does. Um, and I'm okay with that. So recap. Um, 5 of chalices or cups was yesterday. Today is 5 of staves. Tomorrow is 10 of chalices. We went from sacral angle pose. Your feet are together, like not cross-legged. Your feet are together, knees fall apart. Stretch back down. Throat is the lion. Because today, I will read a little bit from my notes because I can get so off. Libra is air. We know all that. Aries is fire. Fire and air is activation and clarity. So yesterday was kind of a buildup. If you felt like tension, that's why. Today is illumination, manifestation. Okay, I'd say the last 3-4 days, everything I've been like manifesting, like literally putting out there saying, I really need this, has been happening. But on the flip side, stuff I don't want has been happening. So it's like this, it's this weird imbalance, but it balances out, good, bad, right? Tomorrow is more about integrating what has happened in the last 2 days. So, tomorrow, the 10 of cups or 10 of chalices, is, solar plexus and downward dog. Downward dog is all about stability, and these poses do flow back in together, and I promise on Sunday, as long as I'm feeling good, I will put the whole thing back together. I'm just really trying not to flood your inbox, but still give you the card, the chakra, the astrology a day. And I'll try to record it quickly so you can just listen. We're all busy and we all want to support each other, but we don't have time to read 100 different articles a day. Then how could we work, right? So I don't want to take away from your time. I want to give value to it. So manifestation. If there's something that you want, so and balance that change the movement. Yes. How do you do it? um okay, so I can get off track so quickly. Manifestation. Right now, it's really good. However, like I said, that little itsy bitsy careful point of and some good things will come in, but the universe will balance it out and something will change that maybe you might not want. However, we can do as much as possible to keep ourselves in a centered space. But I mean, when I'm sitting parked in my car, I'm not driving. Was not doing nothing wrong. That accident did not need to happen. No, I'm not very happy about it. Um, but it is what it is, right? I'm not really horrifyingly hurt. I'm not in the hospital or anything. But it was just something that then didn't allow me to go to the gym for a few days. And then the pneumonia kicked in. And it's going around where I live, at least. It's really, really bad. So the universe will balance it out. But for manifestation, if you believe in doing this, writing it down. Okay, so always this is my thing. Male and female. There's a male and female counterpart to everything in the universe. So you sage counterclockwise, clockwise, cedar clockwise. That opens a space. If you need to add more protection, do so. Whether it's elemental, I have a few different ways that I do it personally, but that's a bigger discussion. Call your corners, however you like. Write down what you want to manifest. I always say the air is the most dangerous of the elements. Why? Because what we say, we can never take back. So when you're angry, trying really hard not to react is always the best thing. And I know that's really hard not to just react. But when we say hurtful things, it stays in the other person's mind and it doesn't go. So we can manifest things coming into our life by speaking them into truth. Belief has to be solid behind it. You have to believe that this is what you want. We're starting to get into road opening rituals, stuff like that. Similar kind of thing. Also, writing it down. You can dissolve things in fire. You can dissolve things in water. You can tear it up and bury it. Generally, what I like to do is I draw like 2 circles and sigils, how I do them. I take the word, I take every second letter, I combine it together, I put them in. So inside the circle, whatever I want to manifest. And if it's something I want to put out to the world, I fold it in like triangles outwards. If it's something I want to bring towards me, I fold it towards me 3 times. Then I seal it with wax, red and black. White works for every color. Remember this, if you don't have the perfect color, most white candles can work for every color. But generally having the balance, having 2, 1, even if it's 2 white ones, and pouring from them, leaving it until what you have asked for comes, then you can release it. That must be extremely hard. And I thank you for sharing that. if you want to talk more openly about it, I'm always open to doing either a live or private conversation. If there's any way I can help you with this, or if you want to like share your story and say how it happened for you and how it is hard for you, I'm sure there's other people that would benefit from that. But I'll leave that in your hands. Reach out to me. I'm completely open. That's what this Wednesday space is about. It's about honoring being different and how we live with it and how we move through a world that maybe doesn't understand it. Some of my own family don't get me. I mean, I'm a lot, I get it, but it's still that internal, right? I have to find that internal. And so for me, my faith is my anchor. Um, I waited till my kids had grown up enough before I even used the word witch. I didn't want it to affect their lives. I didn't want it to make it harder for them. Now they're basically adults, so now I can do what I want within reason, I suppose. Um, and yes, identity. So you will hear me talk about Hecate and Jesus or Yeshua in the same time. Because to me, they fit perfectly. And that's my reality. Wow, that's pretty intense. I'm reading, I'm not reading the whole thing out. I'm responding. I would love to understand more about what that's like and what it was like growing up and then getting to the place now where you're able to speak about it. Honestly, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to do a reading, whatever it is you need on me. Or just sit and talk or figure out doing a live where you can explain this. I know there's only a small percentage, but I'm guessing that small percentage of people aren't as brave as you're being. Putting yourself out there when you're different is brave. Throughout high school, junior high school, yeah, I never fit in. Ever. I was an honor student, but I never fit in. I learned early on what I could say and what I couldn't say. Fortunately, with my dad, I could tell him when I seen spirits. He allowed me to bring every stray animal home, and we either got it back to its owner or rehomed it. And I thank my dad for being so open. I thank him for not being prejudiced. I thank my mother for opening me. But you fit into you, and you doesn't have to be anything different than that. Those are expectations of others, and we can never fulfill everyone's expectations of us because generally it's an imbalance of their own self that they haven't come to terms and accepted their own skin. So appreciating and understanding your complexity, they are not capable until they understand self. So it's why, okay, so when I teach chakras, I start with hara, gut instinct. Then I go to the root, move all the way up, and then outside the body. Why do I start with the eighth and not the first? Because everybody understands what gut instinct is. A lot of people, when you talk about the root, they don't understand. You need to connect to self first before you can destroy everything that society has put upon you and only embrace what you want. Okay, so I'm wearing this hockey mom. This is the first season that I'm not an active hockey mom. My son has aged out. But I keep this identity because I spent many years earning it, and it holds so many special memories for me. There's other identities that have been put on me through my life that I dismiss because I don't need them. I use the word witch, but I like sorceress better. Um, and my books are all called A Witch, like A Witch on the Edge, A Witch Finds Her Roots. Um, but I like sorceress better. And I don't use crone. And this is thanks to Rebecca, energy alchemist, matriarch. I don't think I look like a crone. And I don't think we should have to use that word for the third phase of womanhood. So again, that's an identity that I choose not to take. I will take matriarch. Believe me, I have learned a lot in these 55 years. But I'm not, don't call me a crone. I'm not like hunchbacked and I throw hundreds of pounds above my head. Lots of stuff that guys can't do. So, yeah, the wisdom, yes, but the connotations that that word hold, no. So in your case, we need to do like a actual like live conversation. And we could do like a pre-conversation and then like do a live because a lot of the stuff you're saying is super duper interesting. And I would love to hear more about it. And I would love to honor the differences you are in a beautiful way. Um and I'm grateful that it sounds like your mom was somewhat supportive. Try not to make an assumption here based on a couple of notes. Um, I can only try to understand what it felt like being not even understanding self at a young age and then going through puberty. And I'm guessing the hormones were way different than traditional, which probably brought about a lot of different stuff. I hope that you have people in your life that are supportive. Um, and it's these differences that we are born with that generally let us understand or connect more to the earth, animals, the elements. And for me, like being a medium, psychic, um, okay. See, and that's the thing, right? Which is a like is one of those words. Are you a black witch? Are you a green witch? Are you a chaos witch? Are you a but really in the old days, it was just the women in the community that knew how to put herbs together, was in touch with the elements, the earth, the animals, the lunar cycles, and was able to put that all together and heal. When it became a bad word is when Christianity decided it was. Um, there's left hand path, right hand path. If you're looking Kabbalistic, working both sides is beneficial, but staying in the center is essential. I've studied demonology, I've studied angels. Yeah. And see, so one of my tattoos, see, toothless. So he's got trixels on him. Above the pagan's home, that's what they found was a trixel. Um, and after my coma, and I had no dexterity, I played the game. I still play it. Rise of Burke, and it's what got my dexterity back. So we were split apart by so many by the oceans, but yet we all developed a different spiritualities, and a lot of them were like earthbound, like indigenous is based on the earth. And so the seed of faith is the same in every religion. It's a tree that grows what looks different. If we just stay with the core, then we would accept each other a lot better, and we would stop the madness of my God is the only God, and I know in my coma what I've seen, and that's not how it is when you die. Um, having people around us that understand us is good, but a lot of times we don't. Um, a lot of times children will get dismissed for saying they see something. Hmm. And in I'm actually just about to start a course on Baphomet. Now I'm going to throw this out there. Baphomet was originally Mafofet, and it stood for Mohammed. My teacher, who is a scholar, Bal Cadman, check it out. Check out Lucifer Fallacy. There's a couple books and courses that have changed my life. The Lucifer Fallacy is one. The Four Elements of the Wise by Ivo Dominguez Jr. is two. I didn't want to look at Baphomet because it always, well, I mean, it's a demonic looking figure with a very large phallus. And I mean, I'm already doing a 13 lunar curse break with Ashmedai and Maluk. I don't need any others. However, this course is just starting. Check it out, occultcourses.com. See for yourself. What I'm saying is absolutely accurate. When we go back in time, okay, so when stuff was written way back, and then it was translated, it was mistranslated either by accident or on purpose to fit. Now there's people who can go back to these original texts and translate stuff properly, so we get the accurate information. That's where I go. I go as far back as I can. I have specific teachers that I like. And I try to get the original meaning, not how it's translated into English. And demons are energy. It's just bad energy. Giving it a name is more for, so doing a 13 lunar curse break, I have to, there's sort of parameters, giving it a name, where the energy kind of came from, how I feel it attached to my ancestors before, how it's affected my life. But I didn't come up with these names right away. I had one, but I didn't have the other. The one I channeled by walking around my island in my kitchen. And I saw flashes of letters that were not in English. I just wrote them down, and I heard sounds. And with that, I was able to figure out. Then I went back into the Ars Goetia, and I was able to figure it out. Just like today, the energy of someone who came to my house for a reading brought this overwhelming energies I was not prepared for. But I made the best of it. And when they left happy. So I did my job. I don't predict lottery numbers. I'm not going to tell you how do I explain it? my readings. I will pull the cards. I tell you what they say. I tell you what I see. Then I let you ask questions. I never tell people to get divorced unless there's domestic violence. I say, you need to have a conversation. And then I give them advice on how to have that conversation. I will see if people are sort of in their orbit, if there's like energies of people, I can pick up on that. I don't I don't tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what I see. I try to keep it as grounded in reality as possible. That's the kind of medium I am. When I'm reading others, when I'm doing my work, different. Then I go to different places. Okay. Hmm. I don't know. I'm this teacher, I trust his courses. There was another one floating around about Baphomet. Um, and I had no interest in it. I'm just finishing up the Black School of Saint Cyprian, as well as the Advanced Hecatean course, as well as literally, I'm just going to be starting the publishing, like editing my book and um, with the publisher in the next couple of weeks. Um, but I can buy the course, put it on my computer, hit it when I got a chance. Um, and I have probably 40 courses on my computer. A lot of them I've worked through. Um, and then a lot I've done with other teachers. And then the university thing. My goal is to get my MBA in with religious studies and um, but these things are they take time and I have what's called an ileostomy. Most of you know this. I have no control over it. Sometimes it just makes me sick. I mean, sometimes I injure myself. My body is complicated from being in a coma, from having 6 near-death experiences. Finding out I have a tumor was shocking. It's why I haven't posted a lot. I've had to sit and digest a lot of this information on my own. But working always makes me feel better. I mean, I call this work, but it's why I was sent back. I was sent back to connect people together, to make them understand that underneath everything, we're all the same. We might have some just different, slight different beliefs, but we should honor that, not argue it. I'm against war of all kinds. I mean, try to hurt my children and you'll see what will happen. Um, That's what I believe that we should fight for, our families. Not land or oil. We should be more concentrating on spending money on helping countries where children are starving, like these huge military budgets. That money could go to a much better place. So, as a medium, as an empath, I feel things deeply, and a lot of you do as well. And that's what these Wednesdays are for. You can come on as a co host, you can talk about your story, because I want to give you that voice. I want other people to see that it's okay to be different. And don't judge me. Just accept me as I would accept you. I have clients from every type of religion walk through my door because I have a space created for all of them. And I've worked really hard to do that. I've worked really hard to learn how to honor different traditions. And that's why I ask only 2 questions. And you will never hear me ask anymore until the end, when we're trying to clarify, and I ask people how much they meditate and how they do grounding and stuff like that. But I do everything organically. I've paid a heavy price to be like this. Yes, it's pulled down through my bloodline, my mom, my grandmother, back and back. Exactly. I don't judge. I tell people to, especially when they're in pain, whatever their belief is, to pray more, because that's their anchor. That's what gives them hope. That's what keeps them stable in cases of when you're dealing with death or whatever, grief, divorce, big life transitions. Faith is an anchor. And whatever it is for you is perfectly fine with me. I will never tell you to pray my prayers unless you ask for them. I don't think it's my place. I was shown the room where everybody sat, a figurehead from every religion, talking, laughing, no arguing, nothing. And that's what I was shown. And I was shown to go back and make sure I hammer this freaking message in. It doesn't matter what god or goddess you believe in. At the end of the day, we're all the same. We're different, but the same. We love, we laugh, we cry. And we should just fucking get along. And if you can't get along, leave them be. The solutions are simple, Politicians make it complicated, but we can keep it simple. I want to make sure that I hit everything that I wanted to in my notes. Manifestation. Yes, we hit that. This full moon. Yes, the veil is thinner right now, much thinner. So if you are a medium or empath, you will feel it heavier. I did pull the 3 cards. I will post a picture of it with a short write-up. This moon is not chaotic. It's a clarification. And then Sunday, yes, I will do the body flow, the yoga, as long as I'm not injured or sick. If I don't do something, there's a good reason why I'm not here. Just know that. If I don't show up, it means I'm in the hospital, I'm hurt, I'm sick. Other than that, I will always show up. So yesterday, processing. Today is kind of a release. Tomorrow is alignment. That's kind of as simple as I can get. Most when people come to me, the one thing I am heavy on is lunar. The moon moves the oceans. We're 70% water. It moves the waters within us. Knowing your sun, moon, rising, and then tracking where the moon sits, not living your life by it. But if you question the day, like you feel off, check it. Know your chart and check it and see. I know Aquarius knocks me over. If you're planning a big event and you know what sits well and what doesn't, you can look in advance and you can plan it. But I don't believe in anything running your life but you. There's tools like the universe is vast and there's so much of our mind we don't even use. But using these tools makes it slightly easier. As a medium, I hear things, I see things, I feel things differently. So I thank everybody for being here. I'm going to wrap this up under an hour. Any questions, please ask. If you want me to pull cards for you, I will. Not like an hour and a half spread, but past, present, future kind of thing. If you want to co-host, if you want to tell your story, this is what this space is about. This is what I want Wednesdays to be. I want these to be about how you are different and how you move through the world, how it's been kind or how it's been unkind, because that's how we're going to understand each other. So, I am Willow. This is the altar awaits. And when I mean altar, I mean I have 7 of them. So, pick one. One will fit. And come with questions. Or come as a co-host. And please, this gets uploaded to YouTube. So like, subscribe. This helps me out. As soon as I have a cover of my book, I'll be showing that. Probably not next week, probably a couple weeks. So the altar awaits, and so do I. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I want to hear from you. Is there something specific you'd like me to do? Do you want me to show you one of my rituals? I won't show the whole thing, but I'll share parts. Thank you for being here. The altar waits, and so do I.